And it will come out to the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill going deep for Hopkins. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Mark ball. He can't hit. He's not going to get me. You're a triple up.
To the air again, Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Grant on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. First look now for Darrington Evans. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now, this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run here with Evans. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Evans again. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. It's Cousins on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Back to throw, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. To throw is Tannehill. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Second and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now it's 2nd and 9. There, maybe a yard up to the 24. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Drake. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and 3. Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Drake. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Cousins. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fournette fighting through, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Makes the score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is Jakeem Grant. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tannehill. That is incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Cousins. The throw taken in by Sims. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting in that direction, you tend to go towards him. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continue.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, it's Drake. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 24. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
draws well for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return from his end zone is Grant. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down, it's Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now on first down, Drake again, finding some room at midfield. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by McCann, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 9.
Here we go, T. Hey. 45 to the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now Tannehill. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Grant. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And that's complete. It's Sims. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go, D, let's go. Let's get there.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Off play action, Tannehill taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Browns drive about to get started. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Cousins on first down. That's caught by Sims. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Cousins now from the 50.
He'll flip this out to Evans.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it a second down. They'll throw again. Cousins. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him?
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.